Hi, it's Saturday night, the 23rd of January, and day 23 of 2021. Today's Living the Dream experience, once again, was being able to make the decision to leave my office earlier than usual so I could watch the 2 playoff championship games. I usually don't watch much NFL football during the regular season, and for that matter, I haven't really kept up with it until this particular playoff season. Kathleen had finished all that she had on her docket for the day, and so her and I decided to come down and have lunch together and watch the games. To me, being retired is a living the dream experience, and it's let me make these kinds of decisions over and over again, and I love it. That said, here's my power statement I had for today. I'm going to continue to do my repetitive self-talk to reinforce and remap my thinking about my personal success, my coaching, and how I see myself as a coach. I'll then focus on getting the 3 most important tasks done for today and then take a break and play. Well, I went up to the office first, then after my Win the Morning, Win the Day routine, and I checked on my focus group campaign. Not much is happening there. There were some impressions and over 300 views, but no conversions yet. I can tell that it is going to take some tweaking to get this right and working properly, where it captures folks' attention enough that it gets them to convert so that I can run my focus group. I'm going to remain patient. Here's my to-do list that I had for today, right here. You can see that. And I also had some extra things I got done today. So that was exciting to have those things done. Man, oh man. My most important task for today was to record my next Good to Know Monday Tips video for the Monday's Blat. I finished the script yesterday, and so I just needed to record it and set it up and get it ready to go in the Ontoport system. My fun task for today was to go into Ontoport and add the video that I recorded for the email that goes out on Monday. When I get it recorded today, I'll do that and go in and set it all up so that a blast of the I'm tired tonight. I'm slipping up so much. I'll get through this. And then I can add it to the blast so that the Good to Know Monday Tips email goes out on the 25th. And next was my exciting task for today, and that was to work with Fahad to have him make all the web pages on my website load fast enough, and faster, as fast as they can. It's going to take him some time, but I'll be patient. And next, my end of the day success routine question says, get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? For a Saturday, I guess I didn't. I got up at 8 today because I stayed up a little later on our date night Friday night. But 8's still good for a Saturday morning. I woke up at that time and I did my Win the Morning, Win the Day routine, cold water on my face, made my bed, Win the Morning, Win the Day reading, exercise, so forth. So I was very much so starting my morning with power. I was productive throughout the morning, pretty much, and showed you those things I got done. So I did move my goals forward, and I showed up as the person I wanted to show up today and how I wanted to see myself be today. And our time together with Kathleen was fun. It was fantastic. Next, on my end of the day success routine, accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made to yourself this morning? Well, first thing this morning, I promised myself that once I was up in the office, I would follow my workday daily schedule checklist and then focused on recording the video for this Monday's Good to Know Monday's tip. And then focus on communicating with Fahad about getting the website. And so I just basically promised I'd get those 3 tasks done. And like I said, it's going to take some time for him to do that, but I did want to communicate that to Fahad, and I know he'll get that done. So bam, done. I promised myself those things, and I kept those promises. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time this morning, Marty? Did you make time for them? And were there any instant preplay movies that you had your amigos call up onto your screen, your mind, other than the Get to Know must-see TV? I'm so tired. Must-see TV favorite 5 movies. Say that fast 3 times. It's such a great reminder of why I'm doing all that I'm doing, to go through those little videos in my mind. Like I said, I also watched a short instant preplay movie of people seeing my focus group ad and clicking on the submit button. It wasn't very many, but some did, and that's the conversion rate, about 1% or less. And that was fun to see in my mind that it can happen. I'm going to bring it into the world of the physical and speak what I want and never what I don't want. My next question says, what's the one thing that I would make and that would make all the difference going forward? Well, I'm finding that my mapping self-talk is extremely important, and so I included in my power statement for tomorrow. Here's what it says. I'm going to continue to do my repetitive self-talk to reinforce and remap my thinking about my personal success, my coaching success, and how I see myself as a beginner entrepreneur business coach. And then I'll focus on doing those 3 important tasks that I need to get done today. How I want to see myself as a coach and how I want to show up as a beginner entrepreneur business coach are the 2 most important questions that I am reminding myself of every day. It is important that I lay down those positive, reinforced views of myself and how I want to show up every day. And so I'm doing this far more often than I have done in the past, but that's okay. That's why we progress. That's why we grow a little bit every day. The next question of my end of the day success routine is to ask myself, were there any mistakes or failures that I can turn into a tool of success today? Well, I did my win the morning, win the day routine this morning, and then went up to the office and worked until about noon. I did the recording of the new video for the Good to Know Monday tips and a few other small tasks that I didn't have a long list to do. So I didn't have any real mistakes today, and I didn't have a failure that I could turn into a tool of success today either. It was just a great morning. The next question is, what was your biggest success today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, again, my biggest success today was pretty simple. It was simply getting the recording finished from the script that I wrote yesterday for the Good to Know Monday morning or Monday tips and blast it out come Monday and set that up to do that. I'm getting pretty good at knocking these Good to Know Monday tips and getting them ready and getting them out and ready on the Ontaport system because I've done it 4 times now, so I know the system down. It's really great. So bam, done. Way to go, Marty. My next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I gave today's effort a 9. I gave today a 9 because I worked hard up until noon today, and I focused on having the right kind of thinking throughout my morning, and I also finished the 3 most important tasks that I want to get done today, and so I felt really good about leaving work early today because I went ahead and I dinged the effort by 1 point because I did leave early. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says, end the day strong by expressing what you are grateful for. Pretty simple statement. However, I've come across several highly successful people now who have all suggested this same thing, to express what we're grateful for just before we go to bed. Dr. Schwartz is the most recent one. He suggested the same thing. He says, before you go to sleep, deposit good thoughts in your memory bank. Recall the many good things you have to be thankful for, your spouse, your children if you have them, your friends, your health. Recall the good things you saw people do today. Recall your little victories and accomplishments that you had today. Go over the reasons why you are glad to be alive today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the law of psychological good mental health, which says what makes a person psychologically healthy, and then comes to the answer and says, good mental health is characterized by a person's ability to fulfill a number of key functions and activities, including the ability to learn, the ability to feel, express, and manage a range of positive and negative emotions, the ability to form and maintain good relationships with others. Well, Dr. Schwartz told the story of when he was closely associating with a firm in Chicago that consisted of psychological consultants. They handled many types of cases, but mostly marriage problems and psychological adjustment situations, all dealing with mind matters. One afternoon, Dr. Schwartz said he was talking with the head of the firm about his profession and his techniques for helping the seriously maladjusted person. The head of the firm said this, there would be no need for my services if people would do just one thing. My goodness, I'm going to hang up on that. Sorry for the interruption. Who'd be calling this late? Goodness gracious. Anyhow, what's that? Mr. Schwartz asked. What is that? What's that one thing? Well, simply this, the head said. Destroy their negative thoughts before the thoughts become mental monsters. Let me repeat that. Destroy their negative thoughts before those thoughts become mental monsters. Most individuals I try to help, he said, are operating their own private museum of mental horror. Many marriage difficulties, for example, involved the honeymoon monster, where they had what they determined in their mind and viewed was a bad experience and then reflected on it hundreds and hundreds of times until it has become a giant obstacle to success in their marriage happiness. He went on to say that it's my job to uncover and explain the source of these difficulties and help them see what a triviality they are, really. It is clear that any negative thought, if fertilizes with repeated recall over and over again, can develop into a real mental monster, breaking down confidence and paving the way to serious psychological difficulties. End quote. This leads me to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the head doctor who said, here's what he said, as a psychologist, I can't change what already is in a person's memory, but I can, with the patient's cooperation, help those individuals to see his or her past in a different light. Changing your thoughts. C.T. Farr. When we quit drawing negatives from our memory bank, we will be well on the way toward recovery from these memory monsters that affect our lives so dramatically. I'm going to leave it there because you can tell I'm tired and slipping up. But these were some good thoughts. Get past those stumbles and listen to what I said. It's so powerful to make our lives be one of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And only withdrawing positive thoughts. I'm going to leave it there because I have a lot more to share on this subject. I'll be right back here tomorrow night at my laptop sharing another video journal entry. And until then, though, I want to wish you continued success. Good night.